5
Oh,
tons, right?
before I forget,
Banshee is 95 tons, yes.
and I'll probably post this on the Discord later.
Mm-hmm.
The uh, Chad Neighbors' paint roulette is gonna open up again for round 5. So if anyone's interested in that, I can toss some links.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. So, welcome in, people. We are trying to wait for some people to show up. It is 7 on a Wednesday, so we have to stream. Been trying to play a little bit better of the thumbnail game. I'm going to start using fantastic AI to just, actually improve what I've written on the thumbnails, because I don't have fancy tools to do fancy edits. I just have a very basic paint.net, and it doesn't always do all the nice stuff. But we've got Ninja, we've got Crab, we've got Armor. Who knows who else is going to show up? The link is already sent to a bunch of people. It is a odd week. We've lost Dolly Parton yesterday. We've lost Tim Curry today. Rough for people of the night that were born in the 80s and 90s, I guess, even though those were big names already in the 70s. So,
oh yeah, well, I mean,
big names. Tim Curry, not really. Tim Curry started being big in the 80s, I would say.
Now, how are we going to make Red Alert?
We can't make Red Alert 4 anymore, that's for sure. Well, let's face it, Tim Curry was really not in a good shape for the past couple years, right?
yeah,
he had a huge stroke.
I think.
Yeah, huge stroke. He was paralyzed for most of his face, most of his body. So, he was not in the best of shape. He was holding on, but that might not be much for a man that was as extravagant and flamboyant as he was. When I heard Dolly Parton passed, the first thing I thought was like, is this a joke? Because we've had that come up a couple times, like since last summer. So I was like, I'm not trusting any reports just yet. And then the family came out and I was like, F word.
I mean, when the New York Times and the entertainment gossip slop are all reporting the same thing, it's like, okay, something's going on.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there's just odd rumors, but no, she had not been in the best of health since last winter, from what I understand.
She didn't.
So
I don't think that she dealt with the death of her husband very well.
She did not deal with the death of her husband very well. She was also, I mean, she was 80. I mean, she didn't look 80 because of all the plastic surgery, but oh well.
You know, I don't know if I said it in your server or where I said it at, but the great thing about what she did for Sevierville and Gatlinburg and that region of Tennessee is that you can't take your kids to Disney anymore. It's just so expensive. Whether you're flying in or driving in, the hotels, the food, the parks themselves, it's just so expensive. And Dollywood, we didn't actually go to Dollywood, but we were in Gatlinburg and Sevierville, and everything there is still relatively affordable. Like, you can take your family there for a weekend, spend like $500, and get like a ton of value out of it. The hotels around there are also really nice, and it's like, well, I mean, that's what she was about, was keeping it for the families. I mean, so that they could have a good time.
It's right at the foot of going into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park and Gatlinburg and Ober Gatlinburg and everything. I mean, it's a fantastic place.
Like, Dolly Parton was a fantastic human being, like, period. There's no real if or buts about it. She was just a bundle of joy whenever you saw her on anything.
She just seemed like she was a genuinely good person. Like, I never heard anything bad about her.
No, she was a genuinely good person. Yeah. That's the thing. And she was a musical genius. Let's go with that as well. Very, very few women write their own songs. So that's a very, especially in the era where she was performing a lot.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So
Even someone like me who doesn't care for most country, I will absolutely listen to Jolene from start to finish.
oh, there's a lot of her songs that are
Yeah.
good or great. I mean,
I found out.
Mhm.
I found out today through Twitter that she wrote a song about liking a wrestler, and for the music video, the wrestler is Hulk Hogan. That's awesome.
there's
But yeah, it's
she's got a
lot of good
song
people.
that's going to release in 20 years for 100 birthday as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, she's got it in a lockbox, and it's going to release automatically on her 100 birthday. Hard to say there.
This sounds like some Michael Jackson level of theory. I'm gonna record this album, but don't release it until my 100th birthday if I'm not here with you, blanket.
Yeah, I mean that is something Michael
Hey.
Michael might have done if he hadn't died of whatever he died of.
being
videos
killed.
for my YouTube to release after my death.
But yeah, we lost a lot of good musicians this year. We got lost Ozzy earlier this year. I just learned the other day that Kavinsky died a month ago. Now we lost Dolly.
I mean, well, it's life. Let's be honest. Kavinsky was young though; he was still in his late.
No, it was like a week or two before his 50th birthday. I still don't know what he died of.
Yep.
He died of being French.
I'll say this: as someone from Louisiana, I bestow him posthumously the honor of being a true Frenchman, not a Frenchie. He is true French.
Okay, everybody wish Tanky a happy birthday. He's halfway to 70.
No.
Hey, happy
You
birthday,
can blame
dude.
your brother. You can blame your brother for that one.
No.
My wife's birthday was yesterday.
Oh,
Well,
well,
there
happy
you go.
belated birthday to Ninja's wife.
And
Definitely.
he's got the same birthday as one of my coworker and my middle son. So I mean, today's been a very busy birthday day. I think.
Happy
I
birthday
am,
to all. You will now be remembered for being born the same week Dolly Parton and Tim Curry died. Congratulations.
All right, so,
Golly.
I'll just pull some death clock. Fucking happy birthday, death day.
You know,
Yes.
oddly enough,
Don't
funny you
say
mentioned
that. That
Fu-
makes
no,
me
no, no,
think
funny-
of, oh God, what's that book? Shit, where they have happy death days in that damn book. What is that book? Shit.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're someone that's cool enough to like not get pissy with it, every time I wish one of my friends on Facebook a happy birthday, I do say happy birthday, you're gonna die, and I post the death clock birthday death day
Yes.
video because it's just so sick.
Ugh.
Yes.
Oh, that's, jeez. I was messing with my hobby knife.
Wait,
It kind of exploded in my hand.
Oh no.
Well, I'll
Good
take
thing
my
I bought a
exploding
new one.
tamales over an exploding hobby knife. I'm
Good thing I
celebrating my
bought a new one.
birthday.
At least it
I
wasn't
found
the
a,
Harry Carey special.
Are you okay, dude?
This
Yeah,
truck
yeah.
stop I stopped at had a country diner and Mexican food bar, and I bought a pack of 6 tamales for $7.99. 2
Ooh.
Crispito. They're fresh tamales too, dude. I'm literally pulling the corn
Ooh.
wrapping off of them.
You're gonna die.
I'm gonna stop this truck and leave the stream in about 30 minutes, and just know it's because I'm exploding. whether it's my truck exploding from the extreme Texas heat or my ass exploding, I don't know. But
No, that's happened. That happens in 24 hours.
No, it's the only thing I have to look forward to in Texas, and it's the
You gotta
only thing
remember-
I've had to look forward to on my birthday.
Everybody remember as well that Keith Richards is Keith Richards is already dead. He just hasn't remembered to die for real. So that's why he's still
He's
with
an
us.
immortal. He's also pickled.
yes,
Yes.
he pickled himself.
Well, yeah, that's probably how Ozzy lasted so long. He just found this mystery combination of drugs that just preserved him for fucking extra 40 years.
Finally, the
Mick
Chinese
Jagger's also
philosophers were
still
right.
pretty
They
much.
finally cracked it.
But wasn't it that for Ozzy's last performance, they were like, "Hey, dude, like you can go out there and get this award, but like if you perform, we're gonna have to pump you with these drugs. If we pump you with these drugs, you're gonna fucking die." And he was like, "Oh, I'm going to perform." Okay.
No, they had to text that to them because they couldn't
Oh.
understand him.
I mean, I remember Ozzy doing the national anthem at a baseball game, and it was so terrible.
But as for Mick Jagger, I'm like, of course he's still alive. The dude's like fucking, like he's 70-80% plastic at this point, isn't he?
No, there's a
think
few
he
people
just had a-
like that.
I think he just had a kid a couple of years ago too.
I think he's had a couple.
Jesus.
Since the 90s, yeah.
I am alive.
That's pretty much him.
Oh, Jesus.
The lizard skin suit is failing, but he goes on.
Yarg.
Keith Richard won't die. He will turn into white powder and float away in a strong gust of wind.
Okay, his last Keith Richards, Mick Jagger's last kid was in 2016.
Good Lord. At least
It
I
was a
got
si-
it, but you know.
His oldest was born in 1970.
Like his
His oldest
could be,
kid. Oh, I'm sorry, go on. You're probably going to say it.
his oldest kid is old enough to be his youngest kid's grandfather.
That's what I was going to say.
God damn.
I had a friend in university that was like that as well. But
There
think
was
it's-
somebody else that was like ancient that just had. God, what's his name?
Baba Booey?
No. Not Jack
Stop.
Nicholson, the other guy.
Nicholson?
Robert De Niro?
No. The other old grumpier guy.
the guy in
De
Men in
Niro.
Black? That's what you said, De Niro. But no, De Niro. No, De Niro. I thought he divorced his current wife, and
That's why
I think he's got like 2 girlfriends.
that's why he's got to keep making movies because he owes her so much money.
well, that's like what's his name? Geez, Ric Flair, who had to keep wrestling until he basically fell apart because of all the alimony. That's what we come to Battletech stream for, talking about
His youngest
old
is
people.
2.
His youngest is 2. Good Lord.
Yeah, Robert De
oldest
Niro
is
did have a kid a
54.
couple of years ago.
What is
Dude, these
oldest
old
is
dudes-
64?
54.
We can only we could just pray that we work that well at that age. Damn.
Well, when you have enough money, you can preserve yourself a lot easier, so that helps. And
Yeah,
then
my shit working that good when I'm that age.
I mean, Paul Chato was said today on Midnight's Edge, like after you're 70, you're on borrowed time anyways. So for some of these people here, I mean, just be happy that they're still with us. And for some other people, just be mad that they're still around. But that's up to you. I'm not going to judge. And I'm not going to name any names here.
I don't think Dolly would want us to feel that way.
That's the only reason I'm not. I'm not sticking
I'm trying to stay a bit more positive with how some things are going in both the fandom and real life. So
The fandom's dead.
I mean, it sucks. It sucks that we're not getting a Comstar Battle Level 2 ever again. But, I mean, at least the molds are there for grabs. And what else was
So-
in that set?
What other
Black
crazy
Knights,
news is there? I don't keep
Flashbang,
track of any of that
Rocket.
stuff.
Guillotines, Lancelots.
okay, let's do our quick news because Tanky posted it yesterday. That's how we get news nowadays.
All I
because
do is
I'm
just
banned
share from the
everywhere.
Helm Memory server.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm banned from there. So
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's either you or Raphaelia. And
Yeah, it's
Sorry,
one of you
Ninja, what was your question?
No, if you're going to do news and stuff, I was just like, I don't keep track of that stuff. I just,
well,
I
there's
just play
stuff
the
that
game.
is
You're
interesting.
happy to be here, and I'm happy you're here.
mean, there is stuff that is, good, and there's stuff that is interesting. But the most recent batch of news you shared was expected from CGL. There's going to be an Ask Me Anything with the Catalyst staff for Tuesday Newsday on September 15th. It won't be Ask Me Anything, because if I show up there, I'm going to be banned. But you know how it is.
It's going to be heavily curated.
Why did you do this?
Why are you dildos?
No, they like those.
No. It's like the Squistar voice. Why is ours use dildos?
Barnes and Nobles will release a Clan Battlestar as a 6-month exclusive. I hate those 6-month exclusive things with Barnes and Nobles. I have no idea if it actually gives them anything outside of just pissing people off that can't get them.
It keeps a contract going.
Okay, they've got a contract with them.
It's literally just a contract thing.
And they almost failed because the Lyrian Lancer one, they almost had to send something else in its place.
Okay, let's leave it at that. Ace's Snowblind delayed till Q1 next year due to shipping delays.
Well, we knew that.
Imagine
We knew that was going to happen.
What a twist!
Should arrive
one's
before
surprised.
Chinese New Year.
Just as an aside, and maybe it's always been this way, but like now I'm only noticing it now that I'm an adult. But like growing up, I don't ever remember anything happen to like work around Chinese New Year.
Well, you don't have to. Most of the other stuff didn't rely on 99% Chinese manufacturing.
Well, no, all the toys relied. No, in the
A lot of them did.
80s and 90s, a lot of toys.
A lot of them were made in
China.
Taiwan.
True, and Taiwan does celebrate Chinese New Year, but they're not assholes about it.
Yes. Because a lot of the GI Joes used to say "made in Taiwan" or Vietnam or something like that.
A lot of Mattel stuff.
Nowadays, a lot of stuff is made in Vietnam because it's not because it's cheaper than China, but because they're more reliable than China. Imagine that.
All we have to do with Vietnam is wait for them to get done celebrating the Tet Offensive. But even then, they're like, "We celebrate Tet Offensive."
They haven't stopped. They're still celebrating that Tet Offensive ever since the Tet Offensive.
Man, when I went to the Veterans Museum a whole bunch, I used to work with a guy there who was there on day one of the Tet Offensive. I mean, day one, hour one. And I think he was a major. He also fought at Dak To and some other. I mean, this guy was a genuine American war god. I mean, this guy.
I might have spoken to him, but never knew like any of that, dude. Being day one Tet Offensive and making it through, because that was when they were at. We're getting into the weeds. I'm sorry, but yeah, Tet Offensive. That was a nightmare fuel.
Unit and Leopard also shipping from China, so we'll see them by next year at some point. C-Scale Battle Master, which you should not buy. Any of those C-Scale things, everybody.
Why?
I'm gonna put my foot down, okay?
What is the C-Scale exactly?
As an influencer.
It's the museum scale, the big one.
The big one.
Like the Mad Cat.
The thing is, if they were to scale, yes, buy them. So you could use them in other thing or use them in dioramas and things like that. They are not to scale.
The fuck?
I have figured out the analogy, Prof.
Mm-hmm.
These C-Scale mechs are to scale in the sense that Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars are to scale. They are nominally 1/64th scale, the Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they are all made to the same standard scale of fitting a standard package.
Yep.
That's what the C-Scale mechs are. C-Scale is, can it fit in a standardized box?
And there are, 32 of them per box or whatever.
Exactly.
Per packing crate.
3 stacks of 9. 3 stacks of 9, so that will be 27. For those size, if I remember right, that's what they come out as. Core rule book should ship on time.
Yeah, right.
Hey, okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that one. Let's wait.
Fingers. I feel like of all the stuff on here, that's the one that, because it's like, dude, we just dropped a new edition. We need to get it out there.
They're not GW. They're not G Dubs. So who knows? Neoprene battle mats are being reprinted. Fire and Ice neoprene at the well. No, that I trust for one reason, and because they're not the ones doing them. And they sell like crazy. Those are the top sellers in most of the stores that I look at.
I need to go back and get the if we're talking about the previous run of neoprenes, I need to go back and get the previous run. I probably should have thrown them into my Kickstarter, but I was too busy being a broke
those
boy.
Were
both
way
Kickstarters.
too, no, but those were way expensive.
And they increased your shipping.
They increased your shipping by a metric ton as well. Yeah.
But to be fair, we didn't know that was going to happen when we initially backed the Kickstarter.
True. Right. Bug Force pack should arrive Q1. I mean, it's all molds that exist and all things that exist, so they might just be repackaging stuff they already have. So this one, I would expect Q1. That's not too difficult. New Battletech RPG still being worked. Mm-hmm.
At the very least, for that, most of them are the ults. So you get, like, there's 2 different scopes for the Locust, 2 for the Walk. Mm-hmm. So they're doing things like that. They're not all. When I originally saw the plans for a bug box, it was going to be 4 Locusts of the same scope, 4 Stingers, 4 Wasps.
I mean, the problem with that box is that you're going to get Fireflies, but you know.
I mean, we have a guy.
If it's a bug box, they could have put a grasshopper in it.
We have a guy local who is like the biggest Firefly stand, so I guess he's going to be eating well, and we can trade our Fireflies off to him. But like, it's a good box. The Cicada and Firefly notwithstanding, it's a good box. Good way to get some cheap guys that are pretty ubiquitous across forces. So
the problem
like,
is I have
not going to be
all
starving.
Of those. I have all of those models, and I have multiples of them because I did buy blind boxes, and they end up popping up in blind boxes every once in a while too. So
plus, you and I have the distinctive problem of we can just print whatever the hell we want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can make a C scale. I can make a C scale Locust.
Do it.
I mean, I'm actually unironically thinking of making some actual like 25 or 32 millimeter scale mechs to use as knights. So
do it. Hell yeah.
Do it.
I just got to decide the mechs. I'm thinking like Centurions or Hunchbacks.
New Battletech RPG being worked on, slow going, 2027 plus. That's never coming out.
This is Ninja's wheelhouse.
Battletech Atomic, still scheduled to release next year.
Boo.
Who wants Atomic? Show of hands. Who wants Atomic?
Is that another way of spelling Celestials?
No.
Oh,
I'm interested. I'm interested for the sole purpose of Atom Punk battle mechs are going to look pretty cool, I think.
Oh, they're all going to look like Robbie the Robot.
Well, what if one of them looks like the Iron Giant?
Oh, dude. I mean, what I'm really afraid of is that they're just going to do the exact same mech lineup as with Gothic, but in another box.
Oh, yeah.
And that's, at this point, we're going to have to see. And I have a feeling that they're gambling on this as well, just like they gambled on Gothic. And that stores are going to start catching on that you don't order those boxes because they just take room. And that's a good thing for us, but that's a bad thing for CGL, which might actually be a good thing for us again. But you know,
the Gothic one was poorly done. If they had more or less done it like a Doom had advertised it as like a Doom type setting instead of trying to make it, because there's no justification. Look, we'll be in here all day. Bottom line, we don't need another BattleTech RPG. Ninja's got the OG RPGs. They're good. I have Destiny. It's good. A lot of people like A Time of War. It's good. Why do we need a new RPG?
I will say if they could streamline it a bit, that would be
because
nice.
they would have to pay royalties for the other one.
The only reason I don't like A Time of War is because the amount of math that you have to do. It's not an easy system to do. You got to sit there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sit there and have a spreadsheet, that's okay. But it's nitpicking stuff. What it does allow for is it allows you to modify your character one point at a time. Oh, I'm going to go from one skill level to the next. I put 3 skill point. I have to put 3 character points into it. I have to put in another 50, but I'm learning how to get there. That's fine. The fastest and easiest way to make characters and to just get into a role-playing game scenario is the second one, is the second edition.
No. You take G.I. Joe RPG for your characters, and for the mech battles, you do regular mech battles. G.I. Joe is fantastic and will work perfectly fine for Battletech.
I never thought of that, and that's how we had a game going. That's how we did it. Was we used the Time of War for the roleplay side, but the mech fights we just used the tabletop because that was more fun.
Yeah. Now, one of the easiest things to do, if you use Powered by the Apocalypse, you can use like their Cyberpunk one.
I'm not gonna support Powered by the Apocalypse anyway.
What?
All right. What was that crap that you were wanting to say?
My group, we just use Destiny for people, Time of War for extra things you can grab and buy, and then Classic for actual tech fight.
The second Battletech romance novel will be out soon. I hope you guys are excited for that.
Oh, wow, who asked for it?
The blind guy in the Philippines.
I have one guy who says if it gets my wife into Battletech, then so be it.
It won't.
That's the neat part. It won't.
Lauren is editing the upcoming Shrapnel. That's to be expected. Like, well, it might actually be better edited. The third romance novel is in the works. Yay!
No, Shrapnel's edited by Philip Lee instead of Helfner's.
And we've got a list of things that are retired. We'll put in the chat so the people in the chat can see it. It's probably poorly edited because of how things are. Bunch of Agoak Invasion are going to be repurposed as other boxes, from what I understand.
But to be fair, we know
Comstar
that
boxes.
We know that the upcoming Clan Battlestar is the Clan Invasion box minus the Elementals.
Okay.
So that one is coming.
But isn't that being in exclusive now?
It's going to be Barnes & Noble exclusive for 6 months. I'm not worried about that one then, because usually those Barnes & Noble exclusive, I'm just annoyed because I can't get. It takes about 1.5 years for them to get to Canada. If it's the same stuff as in the Invasion box, I'm not worried.
Niagara can't be that far away. Just drive over to Buffalo.
You'd be surprised. I need to find a Barnes and Nobles close by. That's the other thing.
Actually, funny thing, I went up to Buffalo in like 2020 or 21. I didn't see any Barnes and Noble up there.
I'm not sure there's any in Plattsburgh, which is Plattsburgh's the closest big town to me.
Yeah.
So,
thank
you very much, Lord Artorius, for joining.
There.
It's too cold.
Lord Artorius, thank you very much for joining the partner program. Welcome in.
Oh, what's up? Welcome aboard.
Yeah. I mean, the romance novels were supposed to be a meme and a joke, and they rolled into it. A lot of people bought them because there's a lot of gooners. And
it's the best-selling novel CGL has ever produced.
So, I mean, it's
that's
normal
sad.
To produce. It's sad on two fronts. Sad that it is the best-selling novel because it shows that every other thing that they're releasing doesn't sell, and sad because it shows just how much Gooner slop, how much Gooner slop ends up selling, because that's the big problem here.
Look, just find one of the TikTok girlies and get her to write a romance novel and get Lauren or Michael to write a battle mech scene where the mechs are fighting, and then the girly can handle the rest of it. There's your romance novel.
We get the TikTok girlies to write a romance thing and just label it as a horror story.
That's where I would. I mean, there's not enough, vampires and werewolves and taurens and like.
Well, it's the Battletech Gothic romance tie-in. There you go.
That's actually. Let's not even go into it because I think they were gambling on that for Gothic. The thing is, like all those alternate settings, is every time they're going to release one as a gamble, they want one to it so they can get rid of regular Battletech and just work on those AUs.
It's going to come down to what rules are in the box, because you're talking about Atom Punk. Okay, if they take their time with it and make it to where the record sheets reflect the environment, i.e., this is an Atlas with a fission engine, because we didn't know about fusion engines in the Atomic and the Atom Punk universe. So if they refit things with fission, and if Diesel Punk refits things with ice engines, and we have rules that like make it less clunky and make it work, I mean, it could be a good thing.
Tanky, who's writing the rules?
None of us are writing the rules, so it's always going to be inferior because none of us are writing the rules, and we can't even agree on a good RPG game.
There you go.
Sorry, I just had to go there.
The rules you write are going to suck because I didn't write those rules.
Okay,
that's where we are. That's where we're at with. That's part of the problem we have with the fandom in general, especially for the people trying to be outside of CGL. This is the actual big problem. Everybody doing their own thing, saying that their stuff is the best, rather than, agreeing that we need to work together. And, things are as they are.
I'm willing to try a Battletech RPG using Powered by the Apocalypse on the condition that we turn around and run the same track, but using my favorite RPG system, Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Oh yes. And then we do a lesbian space princess model.
Then we do that same track, but we're using Fatal.
Now it's interesting.
There is literally no good reasons to use Fatal. Not even because of the weird pervy stuff and all that stuff. There's physically no good reason to use that system. It is one of the clunkiest and worst RPG system ever. And I have read tons of system. We used to collect and share systems in the late 90s and early 2000s. Me and my friends, we'd go to a store, grab whatever book and read them and try to use them. And
if I want to do a clunky system and still have the darker and more mature elements, I'll just grab a Rifts book.
Okay. I'm going to answer a couple things in chat real quick because we actually are getting a lot of chat.
Yes, I'm having a hard time following it up.
Okay. There was a question about why was there a Jade something in the 21st Century Lancers that was actually a Merc mech, I believe, built. Not
originally, yes. Originally, it was meant to be a Merc mech, but it doesn't fit very well, and it's Dark Age. I don't like Dark Age for that kind of stuff.
I think what it was the Falcon. How the Sea Foxes got their hands on it. And to snub the Falcons, they sold it on the open market to mercenaries.
Pretty much.
And when it was introduced in Clicky Tech, it was only available as a gunslinger, a mercenary mech. The Jade Falcons never had one in their lineup.
Right.
In Clicky Tech. So I think that's what it is.
A romance novel between a Davian and a Taurian.
I mean, they're going to have to do something weird like that. And there's can't remember her name, but she does literary reviews and literary discussions. And she basically explained why the romance novels are now so popular and why the romance novels are now so shit at the same time. It's not that romance is new, because romance has been around since forever. It's one of the first major literary group,
genres.
Yeah, but I mean, it used to have some form of some value, which it no longer really has. But even if you start reading some Jane Austen, you will notice that, like, I mean, she's the prototypical romance novel for it, especially for modern stuff. Most Jane Austen novels have a first like good 3 chapters and a good last 3 chapters. Then you've got like 26 other things in the middle that are terrible. So that's the problem with.
Hey, that's still better than a current Battletech novel.
Let's not go there.
Hey, I'm the one who reads them. I can say it.
Yes, you were allowed to. Yes, I did, Arvin. I did talk about lesbian space princess. I did say that this is the one thing on the internet that is uniting every single fandom. Like, when both the super woke and the anti woke are both agreeing that something is terrible, you either done something right or something really wrong. Nothing in the middle. Another
it's trash.
That particular thing is a particular level of trash. Another news that's been floating around, I know people have seen it, Gail Simone saying that she's going to write for Battletech, more or less. It's Gail Simone.
I don't know anything about it. Dr. Bonsai said she's been really nice in the comment sections.
No, she always is.
She's the queen of the Whisper networks.
She is a whisper queen.
She smiles at you as she shits down your throat.
She is a better version of Jennifer Bozenick, or what? Yeah,
that's the thing. They're trying to upgrade their Jennifer to a Gale. The thing is, like I was saying, I don't remember what I said it. When she's hungry,
she's actually a good writer.
She's actually a good writer. Few episodes she worked on in Justice League Unlimited are great, but that's
her early Catwoman and Birds of Prey were good.
Exactly. She was hungry. She needed
2007,
work.
2008. It went downhill. She peaked 20 years ago.
A lot of those writers peak early, things like that, but it's not really a case of peak. It's once you're settled in, you don't have to worry. But you have to think that Gail Simone basically is blacklisted from DC now, and Marvel is
just
not giving her
from X-Men.
Yeah, she's getting kicked from X-Men. She needs a job. CGL is desperate for a big name.
This is the difference.
That's why they're getting what's his name, Timothy Zahn,
because Star Wars is dead.
They're getting Gail Simone. They're trying to get some big names to write for them, but they're all big names from 25 to 20 years ago. Rather than taking some money, going to Larry Correa and saying, like, Larry, please write a novel for us. That would be like what you do. That's what you
Ninja.
do.
Yeah. Ninja. What if we used the Monster Hunter International RPG game as a Battletech RPG?
Which version?
Wait, hold on.
I didn't know.
What do you mean there's a Monster Hunter International RPG?
There's one. There were two there were two Kickstarters. One was done in the Heroes thing. I've got the book around here somewhere. I'm looking on my shelf right now. And one was done in the. Oh crap! Where's my book?
While you guys are looking for that, this is a total difference from how Battletech started.
Okay.
Somebody went from Battletech and moved up.
Ooh, Savage Worlds.
To a better IP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we're getting
Okay. Repeat that, Fubo, please.
IP into basically, if you go look at the history of Battletech writers, They always moved up. They like Stackpole. He went and wrote for Star Wars and did his own stuff. Kevin Kilney. He went into Star Trek. Now we're getting people who are falling down from these dead franchises, and we're getting the dregs of society.
I mean, Brian went from Brian went from a Star Wars blogger, not even a writer, to BattleTech. Gail Simone started as a blogger, went to work at DC because she bullied her way in. Literally, that's how she did it. She bullied her way in, and then now she's getting kicked out of everywhere. And everybody's like, oh, but she's super nice. She's good. She's a good person. And then you talk to everybody that she backstabbed, and everybody will tell you that she's a terrible person. It is the one case where I will believe Ethan Van Sciver that she's a horrible human being. Normally, everything Ethan Van Sciver says is a lie. But in this case, I will believe him. So there's a Savage Worlds and a Champions version of Monster Hunter International. Interesting.
Is it the guy who used to make decent videos, but then he just lost his shit over Rippa?
EVS is a very strange
his
individual.
Own fart.
He's a very strange individual that should be much bigger than he is, but he basically sabotages.
He's another one who is hanging on to 20 years ago.
Yeah,
gotcha.
I mean, CGL won't touch Ethan Van Sciver because he's too much.
The wrong political.
Yeah,
kinda.
I mean, if they got rid of Pardo, and
no, they won't touch Sciver. That's for sure.
But I mean, that means we'll never get a Larry Correa.
I mean, but that's the thing. That's the kind of people.
Correa, as I understand it, is working on finishing out his Monster Hunter saga, and I met him.
I mean, he's got his own stuff going, so he doesn't need to do anything else. I mean, she is a prolific writer. She can, I mean, if she really wants to, she could probably write an okay BattleTech book, but everything around it just doesn't work. It's not going to work much better. That's really part of the problem here. Is it weird to say that I would like to see Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman BattleTech novel? It would be nice to have that because those are people that know how to write. The problem is they've got no reason to, because Dragonlance is having a resurgence anyways. Like there's people that I'd like to write for BattleTech, but they either would never hire them because of their politics or because of their personalities. And there's people that I'd like to write for BattleTech that they don't need to write for BattleTech.
David Weber in his new 67-volume BattleTech.
Isn't he dead?
Mm-mm.
I mean, some of the people I'm thinking of are dead, so there's that particular issue. But get a few Japanese writer to do it for you. I mean, I'm sure you can find a couple that know what they're doing. Never mind. I mean, Fubal's the only person on Earth still reading those novels, so it's
and
fine.
the blind Filipino guy.
What the fuck?
Yes, there's a blind Filipino guy. Yes.
I can't remember whose interview it was in. It wasn't in Bree Breeze. It must have been in a health nurse. That they lament that there's this blind guy in the Philippines who loves the Fox Patrol.
I mean,
just
sure.
So you say Bree. I always goes to Bri, so I could call him Cry Bri.
The problem with I would like the Black Pants Legion to write for BattleTech, because they can do comedy well. That's the problem. We don't need comedy. If you've seen the Golden Axe reveal recently, this is what you end up having in this situation.
I don't want comedy because that just
comedy.
Marvel glizes it.
Or worse, like that Golden Axe.
Now
stuff.
And we don't need a Space King.
Yeah, I mean, Space King is Space King. It's its own thing, and it's fine.
Has anybody here listened to Black Pants Legion's Ministratum Mundanus police show?
Yes.
No, I don't.
I did once a little while ago. I thought it was really pretty good.
That's really well done. There's Traveler one is really well done. It's a lot drier though. But they can run some pretty good games and stuff. My wife has listened to the Magistratum Mundanus probably 15 times. She just loves it. That's what got Tex over to my house for dinner one night. As he came to town, and I invited him over for a steak dinner because he makes my wife laugh, and my wife has got MS real bad, and
that's pretty cool, actually.
Oh yeah, it was a fantastic evening. I mean, it was a really cool evening, and he took us up on it, and it was a wonderful evening, and it was really cool.
Yeah,
man,
I remember when Tex came to town. That was cool.
Where is the health nurse? Okay, there's Phil.
So let's start talking about the 90 tons while we're here.
Let's
only 46 minutes later.
We had different things to talk about, and only some of it was related to CGL.
Awesome. Let's blow through this trash so we can talk about the greatest 90 tonner.
Highlander.
Kumba?
No.
Highlander.
There's so many. Let's start by discussing the basis of the 90-ton range. 90-tonners can go 3.5 and they can go 4.6. That's basically the speeds that you can get with a 90-tonner. You can go 2.3, but that would never be a good idea. So the problem I have with any 3.5 versions is that your engine's too small. It's a 270. So you can stick your 10 regular heat sinks in, but any heat sinks you add on top of that is going to take crit slots. So you're going to have to start sacrificing something else to be able to have enough heat sinks. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
At 4.6, well, what you sacrifice is 33 tons. So you have a third of your weight in your engine, but at least you'll be able to stick a lot of heat sinks in, meaning that you can stick additional weapons and additional things in it. At 4.6, you're able to get a better TMM than at 3.5, so it's a little bit more defensive as well. What do you guys think? I'm on the team 4.6.
I've become a bit weary of mechs that are simply being into the issue. A lot of the 60 tonners just being fat 40 and 55 tonners and whatnot, and so we found with a bunch of 80 tonners that they're basically just move fast but need plan tech or advanced tech to do it, or don't move fast but don't have enough armor to stick around and essentially become just fat warhammers basically. So I'm interested to see what 90 tons does.
I actually gotta go, guys, so y'all have fun, and for one last time, Highlander.
It's like how you can get a 65 tonner up to 6.9. You can, but what else are you doing at that speed?
Charging
a couple medium lasers and an LRM-10 if you're a exterminator. Yeah, man, that's the thing. You've got less variance in the 90 tonners than at 65s. You could go 4.6, 5.8, 6.9 if you're stupid. I mean, there's more variance. In that particular range, you can go 4.6 or you can go 3.5. You could add jump jets, but the jump jets are 2 tons each. Remember that? That's where the bracket goes up. It's 1 to 55 for the aft tonners. It's 60 to 85 for 1 ton for jump jet, and it's 2 tons for 90, 95, and 100 ton. So it also
so our jump
adds
jets get fatter.
They get fatter. You also have that limitation. So there's a lot of really bad things, at least in terms of mobility at 90 tons. And I think one of the problems with the 90 tonners is the first 90 tonner that came out, which was the CP10Z Cyclops, which is, it says Juggernaut here.
No.
It certainly says it.
It's a juggernaut that will stop quickly and start to burn.
I mean, in a city fight, AC-20 is an AC-20.
But would you take a Cyclops or would you take a Hunchback?
I think we had a discussion about this a while back. One of the servers I'm in, I don't know if it was on yours or somewhere else, but we had a heated discussion about that very question.
I mean,
of would you rather bring the Cyclops or the Hunchback to the city?
I'm just going to put the Hunchback 4G right next to it, who also has an AC-20, who also has 10 tons of armor.
But does it?
It has an extra heat sink.
But does the Hunchback have that 90 ton kick and punch?
That's one of the advantages of Cyclops over the Hunchback. We have to agree.
But the cost in armor, because it has the same armor, it's not going to be able to do that, but maybe once, because it's going to get shot to pieces.
The Hunchback is 300 BV cheaper.
And it also has what? How many tons of ammunition does it have? It has like 5 or 6 tons of ammo. Maybe 7.
No. It has 4 tons of AC-20 rounds on the
So I guess you're bringing precision then.
So I mean,
but you're in 30-25, so you're bringing flechette or flak because that's the only specialty ammo that are available at that time.
Or if you're going into a city fight, here's my AC-20 flechette. Your field gun team no longer exists.
It does vanish field gun teams instantly. Like, they just disappear. If you're playing cash, the Hunchback is 3.4 million. The Cyclops is 9 million. The Cyclops has some issues. Let's face it. The Cyclops has some issues. AC-20, 10 rack LRM, SRM-4, 2 medium lasers.
You sound like a poor man's Highlander.
It is. It is a poor man's Highlander. It is a poor man's Atlas. I mean, look at it's the same kind of lineup you've got on the Atlas, but the Atlas got 9 tons more armor.
The thing is, yes, and also yes. But it makes for its big use is if you're actually playing with quirks. Otherwise, most definitely take something else.
I mean, Battle Computer is good. Cowl is okay, but it's got a cowl and weak head armor. So from the sides and the back, you're better protected in shots on the head. Everywhere else, your head gets blown up quicker. You've got difficult ejection. So if you're playing with quirks and pilots, with named pilots, you've got an higher chance of dying ejecting.
Which is going to be your company commander, because that's what you do with it. For the initiative bonus, it's one of the few that hasn't.
This is also why later variants almost always swap the AC-20 for a Gauss rifle, so it's in the back line, not getting shot at.
Yes, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. The variant Cyclop, the Cyclop 10Q, has 17 tons of armor. So this one's got the plates.
Ooh.
But your weaponry is a pair of LRM-10, a pair of medium lasers, and an SRM-4. So
ooh, that's pitiful.
So you're a bad archer. In MechWarrior,
you're slower, fatter, like Grasshopper anyway, so. or something. You're slower, fatter Grasshopper.
In MechWarrior 5, I replaced the SRM-4 with another LRM-5 when I get these things. And I at least shoot 25 LRMs. But it's still not very good. But I mean, if you're a commander, at least it's going to stay in the back. There's honestly, I mean, if you replace the 10 racks with 15 racks by moving things around, maybe even reducing the armor or taking down the 14 single heat sinks you've got on there that are kind of useful, but not much, it might be a little bit better. But neither of those are very good. We were then introduced to the Islander, which is actually good. This one is a good 90-tonner. It has some issues. Let's not hide it. It has some issues that are remedied by the 732B, but it's still, quite good. It also has command mech rather than battle computer, so you still get a bonus. It also has cowl. It also has difficult ejection, and it has reinforced legs because you like to death from above with those things. So, I mean,
if I paid for those 2-ton jump jets, I may as well use those 2-ton jump jets.
I mean, doing a death from above that do 2 times 18 is quite scary.
Oh, apparently they've recalculated how death from above is calculated in the core rule book. What is it? Don't know.
Better do more.
Stop.
So the Islander was a good mech. I mean, in terms of weaponry, if you replace an AC-20 with a Gauss rifle, that's in the arm, so you've got a little bit more range on it. You still have 2 medium lasers. You've got 20 LRMs and 6 SRMs. And all it costs you was going, 3.5 instead of 4.6. I mean, I think it's safe to say that this is a good mech. I don't think anybody wants to disagree that the Islander is a good mech.
I mean, if you're going to move 3, I'm sorry, what?
It's the gold standard.
It is. I mean, if you're going to be a 3.5 mover, you better be able to shoot at range. It has a Gauss rifle to shoot at range, the LRM to kind of shoot at range. You're really relying on the Gauss rifle there.
No, the LRM-20 is more than enough, and I mean it's got the shots on it too. So you can keep shooting 15. It. Yeah, I agree. The 15 is a better overall investment, but 20 is a bigger number.
This is true. I do like the Royal Highlander, and even the Succession Wars downgrade is pretty nice too.
The metal sculpture, the Cyclops, looks like one of those pit droids from Star Wars: The Phantom Menace. I agree.
Stop. We already dunked on the Cyclops. We already dunked.
I do like the design of it. It looks cool. Is it good? No, but it looks cool. You said
dunked on it enough.
The Succession War versions of the Islander, they're generally good as well. You've got one with an AC-10, one with an AC-20, and one with a PPC. I mean, pick your poison, which one you want. And all 3 of them are good. So, I mean, they're just not produced in large enough amounts that people are really going to talk about them a whole lot. But, I mean, if you're playing MechWarrior 5 and you can get your hands on one of those 3 early on, well, you're golden for quite a while. Your opportunities to get a 732B are going to be quite rare since it's a Royal Mech. improvements. It sticks Artemis on its launchers. It has case for the oh no, there is one thing about the Islander that is terrible. It has
The
case
case
for its
doesn't-
Gauss ammo. That is brilliant.
Well, they're doing that for the explosion that's going to come from the arm. That's what that's
That makes
for.
sense.
That's what that's for.
So you still take out the torso because
I mean,
well, at the time,
Not
the way
under
the
new
rules
rules.
were written for case, that's the only way it would work.
and I mean, it's not a whole 15 points. It used to be 15 points of damage for a Gauss. Now it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, technically your Gauss explodes for 1 less damage than it used to for the inner sphere Gauss because it blows for 14 now rather than 15.
But then would it also go through the right torso into the center?
No, it wouldn't. There's no way a Gauss explosion's going to do all of that unless you're already crippled to fuck. So, what's the point?
I'm sorry, Ninja. What was the question, Ninja?
So the explosions for gauze weapons is now 2 points per crit slot?
Every explosive component except ammo is 2 points per crit slot now.
Oh.
For some things, it's worse. For something, it's better. I mean, for the Gauss, it's a difference of 1. It's not going to be huge enough to make you want to change your strategies all that much for designs.
Heavy Gauss rifle enjoyers are sweating.
Bearded is going to have a problem more than not getting his plastic Fafnirs.
Well,
I mean,
I'm still just.
I mean,
I want
honestly,
to go up in ammo explosions.
That's no longer going to happen, unfortunately. The 732B is basically the penultimate Islander because, well, unfortunately, there is one version of the Islander which is better.
But that's because it goes
and
up
it's
to
called the Islander 2C.
Because it's got Clan Tech.
It's got Clan Tech. That's, the reason why. But I mean, one other thing, I'm working on my assault mech review and video right now. I mean, I've done lights, I've done heavies, I've done lights. I'm messing with assaults. And I mean, you read through the assault mechs the clans add before they started making Omni-mechs. I mean, Warhammer 2C, Marauder 2C, Islander 2C. Do you really need anything else? Like
Stone Rhino.
The Stone Rhino is good, but I think the Stone Rhino is fantastic, especially if you're messing with it. But out of the box, let's say.
I mean, there is very few clan, even the Omnis that assault mechs that aren't good.
Like the Islander 2C has got plenty of ammo for all of its weapons. It's got very good weapons. It's got pulse lasers to kill to swat at the small things trying to bug it. It's still got that Gauss. It's still got a 20. It's got a pair of Streak 6, which are going to turn any vehicle into scrap. It's got plenty of heat sinks.
Decent armor.
I mean, that's
got maxed out armor more or less.
I mean, that's what I was going to point out was that the Highlander 2C effectively just rebuilds it with Clan Tech to the
It's
base
literally
standard.
what
Then they go, well, what are we going to do with these weight savings? I know, give it a second SRMs and make them streak SRMs. Ooh.
And replace all the regular lasers by pulse lasers, which is
and we still have tonnage left over.
I mean, the Islander 2C is the ultimate iteration on the 90 on the Islander chassis.
I mean, for the 24 heat, you're going to go up 3 on the heat scale because it gives off 27 heat, but you're going to put out 80 points of tabletop damage at one time.
Yeah,
I mean, with up to 12.
Crit-seeking missiles.
Crit-seeking missiles running around all over the place. You're going to be able to carve people into pieces with this thing.
And then you're going to put a big hole in it with the Gauss.
It is 10 points away from doing it's 10 points away from doing its weight and damage. It's pretty solid.
That is my absolute benchmark for firepower.
I'm gonna be really nice here and say that you can have 2 Cyclops for the price of a Highlander 2C and BV.
The other thing you
doesn't match in capability though.
I'll take that loss of an activation to get quality firepower and armor and mobility and
can't the Highlander 2C also shoot at any range? It could be 1 hex, could be 2 hexes.
The Gauss rifle still has a minimum at a minimum of 3.
Yes,
but not the LRM.
2 streaks, 6.
There is a Highlander 2C variant.
It has 2 streak 6s instead of an SRM 4.
The Highlander,
the Cyclops is a little bit outmatched by the Highlander 2C.
And the clan LRMs don't have minimum range.
There's
There is a Highlander 2C variant. I think the Wolves put it on during the Jihad, where they said, "Hey, we're tired of all the Word of Blake battle armor. What can we do?" And they said, "I know. Let's strip the Streak SRM6s out of it and give it like 7 AP Gauss rifles."
I'm looking at it right now. It can put out 120 points of damage in a turn.
How? What's it doing? What's it got?
3 ATM 6s, a Gauss rifle, 6 AP Gauss rifles, 1 Streak SRM 6, and 3 ER medium lasers. Now you're going to do 16 on the heat scale if you pull the trigger on everything, but you're going to turn everything into a radioactive shadow in front of you.
Boy, I sure hope no one from our group is listening and figures out that I'm going to try and bring one of these on Sunday.
Oh my!
Because we are playing in the Jihad. We are playing a 16K Jihad this Sunday, so I can afford that.
It's 2,928 battle value.
I can afford that. I can afford 2 of those.
Yeah, I might just bring all 4 of my guys that way.
Let's look at the original in lore 90 tonner with the Emperor.
Let's not.
And why they stopped making them.
Well, the original...
leave it alone. It's doing its best.
Okay, look, the original Emperor had to contend with Banshees and Mackies. And to be honest, out of those 3, the Banshee was the best.
That's saying something.
That's saying something. Okay?
Look. Dolly Parton would sit down with the Cyclops and the Emperor, give it some good old Tennessee Hills wisdom, out her guitar, sing a little song, and eventually they would find something good to do.
Well, the Emperor did find something good to do, to be quite honest. The base Emperor is
trash.
It had max armor at 25.5 tons of primitive plates. It was the tank of the 3. It was the tank of the 3, with the Mackie being the least armored of the 3. Just so you know, the 100-tonner is the least armored of the bunch. With the Emperor, the lightest,
way more
most.
Enough.
This thing, it's got 2 AC5s and 3 medium lasers. It'd take you all day to beat your way into somebody.
But you have to remember that the people you're fighting with those paired AC5s with 40 shots and 3 medium lasers, they're going to be running Tiger tanks, and they're going to be running Marsdens, and they're going to be running Sabakukazes.
What happens when somebody actually drops a Mackie on it?
You have more armor than the Mackie and a better range bracket with those AC5s. That doesn't mean much.
Oh no, someone is attempting to pelt me to death.
But the Mackie has an AC20, so it's going to make it...
I cast PPC to the face.
It approaches
Look, the Banshee's going to beat him because the Banshee's got fists. So the Banshee's going to come up close to you and just box you to death. This was warfare in the mid 25th century, people. Like, the other mechs you have are Kudos and Wasps. And even there, no, the Wasp is still like 30 years away. You've got Mackies, Kudos, Banshees, Emperors. Those are your 4 mechs.
All right, and so my infantry guy with a wire-guided missile is this king of the battlefield.
The guy with the wire-guided missile can't do shit against an Emperor because those missiles are made to go through. Those missiles are made to go through bar 8 armor. You've got bar 10. That's why the rifles stopped making rifles, and all sorts of weapons during that era had to be stopped produced because they couldn't even arm battle mechs. There is a reason why that 25 ton of armor is actually a threat, because your tank with a heavy rifle is going to be doing 5 points of damage at a shorter range than an AC5 on it.
Interesting.
This is also the kind of era where we're looking at mechs and we're like, 2 medium lasers? This is a very heavily armed mech.
Like medium lasers.
This one has 3.
Think about it. Like a medium, I think the Sabaku Kaze that was to be used in that era had a pair of medium lasers. This was the top of the line Draconis Combine hover tank, which was the peak of military technology at the time. It had a pair of medium lasers. So, yeah, I mean, the Emperor, we're laughing at it and we're like, this thing is trash. Oh, wait, it's trash, but in its environment, it probably wasn't.
It is the king, dare I say, the emperor of trash.
Yes.
The 5A version, which is your Age of War version, pair of 5s, pair of large lasers, 3 medium lasers, and it goes 3-5-3. And it still has maxed out armor. So this is what the Islander was meant to replace, basically. So if you, that's when you have to start thinking here in lore, because that's not how it worked in paper, but in lore, this thing was to be replaced by the Islander, because the Islander also was a command mech and the Emperor also is a command mech. And the large lasers have improved cooling jackets.
Oh, yay.
Well, it's not bad. It means that you eat 28 rather than 30 if you shoot everything.
Can we get field gun LRM batteries or field gun AC5s in the Age of War?
You're going to have field gun ACs 5s and 10s for the really rich people, because autocannons are still rare at the time. AC5s, not as much. AC10s, yes. AC10s are rare, not AC5s. This is the model that it was used, I mean, at the start of the very start of the Star League and for the Age of War and for the Reunification War. It's
Jesus Christ.
Entirely, I mean, you're fighting Toros with this. You're fighting.
Yeah, all right. We're going to do a Reunification War campaign.
We did a stream on that, and things get funky.
I mean,
very
Ninja,
funky.
What we determined at the end of that Age of War stream was that it's honest to God, it would be no different than playing an Ill Clan era game. It's just you have lower tech, but the amount of rules for that lower tech is pretty much the same as the rules for the high tech in the Ill Clan era. I'm down if we can get everyone on board with like bar armor and primitive armor and like all the little primitive rules and stuff. Like I could make a rules packet real fast. Deadgum, I would be so down to do an Age of War game.
I mean, that'd be fun.
Just a nice, simple 8K Age of War. You can't have a mech with a pilot better than like 3-4 though,
because nobody's better than 3-4 at the time.
There's no gunslinger program, and there's no like. We're still trying to figure out like what it is to be a mech warrior.
The fully modern Emperor, the 6A, the reason it became extinct is because it has an XL engine, double heat sinks, LBX autocannons, and is freakishly expensive.
And medium pulse lasers.
Probably the first. I mean, it is the first mech to have double heat sinks and an XL engine. It probably also is in one of the first mechs to have pulse lasers and LB10Xs. Like, this thing is peak top of the technological 3 in 2612 when it came out.
I did find
it's almost like a fatter hammer hands.
That's a good way to put it. I mean, you have the same range as those AC5s with LB10Xs, so I mean, you're not losing there.
Hammerhand's got AC10s.
The large lasers are still regular large laser, not ER large lasers, so the heat curve is still reasonable with your double heat sinks. 2 medium pulse and a regular medium laser. I mean, you're going to be able to swat this light mechs that are trying to get around you. It has case, which are, well, going to save the chassis when the ammo blows. It still has maxed out armor. It's still 353. I mean, you have this or the Royal Highlander, basically. And both of those came out around the same time.
I think I want this in my Command Lance. I think I still want to be in a Royal Highlander or a Night Star, but I would definitely want this in my Command Lance because he's going to pull anti-aircraft duty with the LB-10s. He's going to pull anti-vehicle duty with the LB-10s. He's still an armored brick shithouse, so he can bodyguard.
Well, the thing is if it's Star League era, you're going to have 4 of these in a Lance.
This is also true. We're going to have a company of these things.
You're going to have 2 Emperors and 2 Islanders.
You're going to have a company.
Holy crap.
Your company is basically, this is your Scout Lance in the company because they're jumping. Then again, almost all the, if you start looking, all the more modern assaults that the Star League was using for themselves were jump capable. The Pillager, all of those fancy things were jump capable. I mean, they weren't
I mean, they learned, you know?
Prof, pull up the 6X to the 8L or the Niren.
For the Emperor?
Yeah.
Well, the Niren's really... Niren is nothing really special. It's just a Goliath Scorpion found the #1 production model and put a couple of clan guns on it and called it a day.
The 6L
clan guns on it.
6X.
Oh, it's got stealth armor. Gauss ERPPC 4 medium pulse, triple strength,
void signature system.
Yeah, sure.
It's a risk mech.
Oh, there you go. There's the great one, the Merrick version, with a pair of light Gauss and a pair of ER.
Yes,
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
It has an improved C3I on top of it, so it is a Wobby machine.
Okay, C3I plus 2 light Gauss rifles
TSM
plus Vanquisher equals, like, you're putting shots out, man.
With 2 ER large and 2 light Gauss, you're going to just stay away and keep shooting. And with the improved C3I, you are going to hit.
Do not ignore the TSM on that thing.
What do you mean? What's the problem with the TSM on that thing? It can't activate because you don't generate enough heat? Or
That's what I'm saying. Sinks. You don't need them.
Doctor, turn off my heat sinks.
Yeah, you're turning your heat sinks off if you decide to get close with somebody, so you can start pummeling somebody.
I mean, a 36 point of damage kick with triple strength Myomer is a problem.
Well, this thing generates 43 heat on a full salvo. So with a total of 20 heat sink dissipation, yeah, I think you're there. I mean, if you do a full alpha strike.
Yeah,
I'm generally the biggest light Gauss detractor, but in this case, I mean, you have paired light Gauss, pair ER large. You're just gonna sit in the back and slug, and keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting.
And if it gets close, you're just gonna punch it.
Everything's going to be close range because with C3I, you have someone stand much closer to them. That's all at short range.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's gonna hit. I
mean, this is now an issue of keep your C3I spotter alive is the name of the game at that point.
There's a VTOL.
That's why you have several. Somebody like this would probably have. You'd have 3 spotters.
The rest of the
level unit.
2. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have 3 of these and then 3 red shifts.
Oh God.
So yeah, the Emperor, I think people sleep on the Emperor. It's actually not bad. Especially when we compare it to our next.
I think we have a love-hate relationship with it, and people just don't think about it a whole lot. Yeah.
And I got it.
And then we get the Deboku. Have a very nice rest of your evening, Crab.
Crab.
Then we have the Deboku, which turned into the Mauler. So the Deboku is not something we really talk about because this thing probably was in production for like 15 days. You've got less armor than the Cyclops. You are slower than the Cyclops. You generate far more heat than the Cyclops. And as far as weapon goes, I'm not sure if you're better than a Cyclops or not. Paired large laser, paired 10 racks, 4 AC2s with case that don't quite work, but you've got case.
And the special rule where if you get shot in a certain way, you eject.
Exactly, because the case don't quite work right. And so
isn't it true that they incorporated that into the action figure for the Mauler?
Yes, if you kicked in the balls, the head.
It's the opposite. The action figure for the Mauler led to this happening.
Yes.
Oh.
Because every model in the action figures, if you shot a spot, you ejected. But for the Mauler, it was really finicky. Like you looked at it funny and the guy ejected. So that's what
it was the balls.
Which is even funnier. So this was evolved once the technology was available into the mighty Mauler, which is not much better.
It just didn't have the problem of it randomly ejecting you.
You've got a XL engine, so it's expensive, like very expensive, like incredibly expensive. It's got double heat sinks in the Draconus Combine, which is almost unheard of. But you don't have enough double heat sinks to actually do something useful with it, because you've got 11 and your main weapons. Okay, you decide. What would you say is the main weapon? The paired ER larges or the paired RM15s?
The 4 AC2s.
The 4 AC2s.
Like, whatever you shoot, you're gonna run hot. And you're sitting on 6 tons of ammo. Even with case, you've got an XL engine. You're sitting on 6 tons of ammo.
You running have 12 hot. Heat sinks, and you can generate 31 points of heat.
This is why I'm saying the 4 AC2s is the main weaponry.
Just fire them every turn. Doesn't matter if you have a target or not. Get rid of the ammo.
You do have... Okay, look, the Mauler does have the same problem that I run into when I try and justify running a Stalker, in that I can't actually fire my big long-range guns without overheating in a Stalker. Just with the Mauler, you can't even choose between 2 larges or 2 15s. You're going to overheat. So it looks cool, man. Look at it. It's a cool-looking mech.
That's all it's got going for you.
I
do have to say,
I pulled the trigger and it exploded.
It looks cool. It's got drip.
The Mauler, the Mauler with the 6 machine guns in freaking MechWarrior 5. It eliminates anything in MechWarrior 5.
There you go. I mean, there's a version with light AC5, snub nose PPCs, and an RM15. that's actually better. You've
here's
got
the Mauler 2R, and it's got two rotary AC2s.
No, the 2R is 4 Ultra AC2s.
Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. I'm looking at the 2D. Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm looking at the 2D.
4 ER medium lasers, 2 LRM10, and 4 Ultra AC2s. And
that
still
could be
not enough
silly,
heat sinks.
but it could be fun.
Yes, there's the one with the paired LB10s in the arms. But didn't we just talk about a mech with paired LB10s? Oh, yes, it was called the Emperor. So it's an Emperor at home.
What about this Twin Rack 2 variant? Because that one that's kind of an interesting idea. It's 2 extended range SRM6s essentially.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, there's fun things to be done with the Mauler. They messed around. The latest version is filled with clan tech. They should have just called it the Mauler 2C. It would have made more sense.
It is one of those mechs that needed clan tech to get good. This is true. I don't care. I still love it.
In the 2D, you have an MRM. You have 2 MRM 10s. You have 4 rotary AC2s
and 4 ER medium lasers. This one is probably the best of the lot, if you ask
That's
me.
A whole lot of diddly.
Does it have Apollo on those MRM 10s?
No.
Oh,
it doesn't have room.
It's not gonna get to use that new saturation fire mode that Core Rules has introduced.
Yes, but this one also doesn't have an XL engine, so it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So
it's $9,100,000.
It's half the price of a regular Mauler,
but
it's better than the regular Mauler.
But
is this a Davion? Oh,
yeah,
this is a Davion.
I keep talking over you, Ninja. I'm really sorry about that. But is it Davion or is it Kurita though?
It's a Davion fit. It's a Davion fit,
but it's got MRMs.
Don't ask questions.
We're talking about Ilclan. Everybody uses everything.
It generates 52 points of heat, and it can only just dissipate 24. So you go all the way up. If you run, you shut down.
The Mauler 3K as VSPs, LRM-15, and 4 Thunderbolt 5.
Who gets this one?
That's a 3K, so it should be Kurita.
I want to run this thing.
It'd be weird.
Because 4 Thunderbolt 15s in place of the 4 AC2s,
they're 4 Thunderbolt 5s.
I meant to say 5s. My bad. You're getting rid of the AC2s for indirect fireable autocannon 5s. That's interesting.
There's the Totham Both or whatever.
I just looked at that one the other day. He's cool.
HVAC 10s and MML 7s. And I mean,
and Case 2.
And Case 2, it's probably one of the first mech with Case 2, and you need those because your HVACs are going to blow. Your HVACs are going to blow. It has Ardent Armor, which is 216 of Ardent Armor is going to be quite fun to shoot through.
The problem with the Toad's boat is that every time you pull the trigger on your main guns, and by the way, I don't think this one's going to actually overheat if you shoot its main guns, so that's an improvement. But every time you pull the trigger on your main guns, you have a 1 in 36 chance of blowing yourself up.
And you've only got 1 ton of MML ammo and 4 tons of HVAC ammo. So
do you just ignore it and hope it blows itself up or runs out of ammo?
Yes.
I don't know what you're supposed to do against this thing. Because Dude, why has it only got 1 ton of MML ammo?
You ignore it. That's what you do.
I hate this
You
thing.
hit it with 15 points of heat a turn and then walk away.
You have to make a choice. Am I going to get close or am I going to sit back?
I mean, it goes 3-4, so it's not catching you anyways.
Yeah, so I mean, that hardened armor, that's a real pain.
For everyone involved. Dude's sitting there like, I can't beat through your armor. And you're like, bro, I can't run. You and me are in the same boat, dude.
Our other 2 90-ton friends we can talk about real quick. The Swiggity Swooty Akuma.
Dude, that thing got such a like. It already looked good in TRO 3067, but the new artwork for it's just, and the mini is also really good.
Unfortunately, the mini might be good, but the mech itself it's an Akuma. It's an Akuma.
It's fine.
All right, fellas,
It's a
I'm done
10-ton
for the evening.
Blessings
Ninja.
on you.
Oh shit, be easy, bud. I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah.
The Akuma is
In Akuma, let's just say it.
yes. It's just not good enough for me to want to play it. But just good enough for me to want to consider it. Is that a way to say it?
Because it first appeared in Field Manual Draconis Combine. It was basically the Draconis Combine taking a 90-ton mech and throwing everything that they could at it. And that's why it looks like it's so weird.
I think it's got a stigma of being, when you read the fluff for it, it's basically a 10-ton lighter Atlas. And so you're expecting, Atlas performance, but really, when you think about Atlas performance, it's like, what does it do? It has a piddly missile launcher to hit you at range, and it has a big gun up close. What does the Akuma have? It has a PPC for long range, and it has a big-ass MRM rack for close range. It does the Atlas's job.
It's, like I said, it's good enough in most situation. And I mean, some of the upgrade, you've got one with an LB20 and MRM4T. So if you get close to that, you die.
Impulses and
you got one with an EVP-PC, which is also a case of you get anywhere close to it, you die.
MML9s with 3 tons of ammo.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad in most situations. I did the review on it, and I'm like, I like it, but I don't at the same time. Like, this is a case where I think if it went 4.6 rather than 3.5, I'd like it more.
I think then it loses out on the weapons.
But then you would lose out on the weapons or the armor. I mean, which one would you want to sacrifice in that
I'd
case?
rather sacrifice the speed for a 90-tonner.
Yeah, like, it's in a really odd spot, okay? I'm not saying it's...
Now, if one of them had mask or a supercharger, it might be a different story.
True. I think another stigma it has is that it came out in TRO 3067, which is like one of the last book FASA came out with, I think, or something like that.
Nope.
Early Fan Pro. Like, it's in it. It came out in an era where people were not really buying the game, more or less. So,
which sucks because that TRO is
Fan Pro's first book,
and that book has a lot of really good. It even has warships in it, dude. That book has everything. It doesn't have battle armor or protomechs, dude. No one gives a fuck about battle armor and protomechs. You bring a 4-man squad of elementals. We captured some elementals. Bring a 4-man squad. Boom. That's what you're running as battle armor.
Tanky. No.
Yeah.
You just have a conquistador fly across the battlefield.
Yeah, because I want nothing more than to buy a monogram 172nd scale B1 bomber, bring it to the game, and say, boom, I brought my conquistador to the fight. Look at it. My vision is there. You just don't see my vision.
Oh, no, I see your vision. Think about 3 of them flying over your battlefield with 4 Gauss rifles in the nose.
How much battle value is a conquistador?
22,000 each.
Oh, sorry. 16 Gauss rifles on this bad boy.
Coyote, next time you and Taylor 2C have a 40K game, bring a conquistador, the Lyrans get them. Just strafe with 4 Gauss rifles and 32 tons of armor. 16? It's got 16 Gauss rifles?
Yes.
You don't need a pocket warship when you got 16 Gauss rifles. You could strip the armor off of a Carson or a wagon wheel with that thing.
And 10 rack 5s. And 10 rack 5s.
It's a Manta. It's the Tau Manta of Battletech, dude.
Why do you think I suggested it, Tanky?
I mean, it's intended for a campaign as like a flying command post.
Yeah, doesn't it carry like a battalion of mechs?
24 mechs.
12 heavy vehicles, 16 platoons, 20 infantry battle armor,
and 18 aerospace fighters. It's
bringing the regimental combat team down with their own Iowa class battleship in support. The only thing it's missing is an Arrow 4 or a Long Tom to fire while it's grounded for artillery support.
You don't ground those things.
Ground it?
Like, why would you ground that
in the air?
You just keep flying it.
Well,
it's
you
aerodyne.
ground it to you ground it to get the vehicles off.
Use VTOLs.
Off again.
Hot drop it.
Yeah, you can. Can you hot drop VTOLs?
Probably
from high enough up.
There's a few jumping. Can you hot drop jump infantry? I think so.
Yes.
So you have your jumping battle armor, your jumping infantry.
My God, how big would this thing be if it was not mech scale?
It would be huge.
Oh my God, I need to buy some foam and get to carving.
We all thought of it. The A-Team, you can't fly a tank scene from the A-Team movie from 2010. One of the best movie of all time. This is like a fantastic movie and a fantastic reboot of the A-Team. I'm insulted that they didn't make more of those.
It's a reboot done right, and if you watch it and you really think about it, it's like, damn, this is retarded and stupid. But if you turn your brain off and want mindless good entertainment, it doesn't get much better than the A-Team movie.
It is.
I just did a Star Sector mission where you do exactly that, of just like dropping your starship into atmosphere and fighting in atmosphere as you're on the way down.
There you go.
In order to hot drop.
The unfortunate thing is the Wobbies destroyed the plant that made the Conquistador.
Blame the
we need a reconquista of the Conquistador factory.
And then you've got the Supernova. This guy
That's fun.
I mean,
simply make your heat shutdown check.
Exactly.
Man.
Just make your PSR, dude. It's not that hard.
Skill issue.
Genuinely skill issue. This is why we take elite clan pilots.
The Supernova also has the beautiful situation of having no advanced technology outside of its double heat sinks. No ferrofibrous, no endo steel, no XL engine, no nothing. This thing you can build in a barn if you've got ER large lasers, which means the Nova Cats should be able to build this thing in a barn.
Hey, fuck you, buddy. We were doing our best there at the end.
I mean, you were doing your best with as many ER large lasers and ER medium lasers as possible, which is also a blood spirit thing, but it is the thing to do. If you're going to use a lot of one type of weapon, you're using the right type of weapons. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition or the Spanish Conquistadors. One of the two. The Taurians should start building Conquistadors since they're Spanish.
I mean, as a system defense ship, the Conquistador is not a bad prospect. You may not have sub-capital weaponry to make it a true pocket warship, but I mean, it's going to do some damage. You're going to threshold a Zeknu Corvette.
Yeah. The one thing I don't like about the Supernova is that it's the same as the regular Nova. You've got way too many guns for what you do. I mean, if you shoot all of those things, I think the advantage is if you shoot all of those things, 75 minus 52, you're at 27, you're not automatically shut down. I mean, you've got a 10 plus to roll, but you're not automatically shut down, which is, an advantage. And if you do end up shut down, minus 52 per turn, you're not going to stay shut down for very long, at least.
You also don't have any ammo to explode.
Yes.
For the first time in my playing Battletech career, I encountered ammo explosion rules and was left scratching my head as to which bin is supposed to blow up.
All of them.
Well, what's the order of operations here?
I'm
Do
not
I just
sure
keep blowing
either.
them up until my... See, again, no one who plays Battletech actually knows how to play Battletech.
It's one of those situations that doesn't happen often enough, and when it happens, usually your mech's dead anyways, so, you know. I don't like the Supernova because of the idea it replaces the King Crab 2C. I like the idea because, like in my review video I gave for it, basically the clans ran out of AC-20 bullets. They had Ultra AC-20 bullets. They had LB-20X bullets. They ran out of regular AC-20 bullets. So they were like, well, let's try to fix up the King Crab. Well, rather than fix up the King Crab, let's make something with a similar role, the Supernova, one shot, one kill, but let's just make it, more efficient. I mean, with ER large lasers shooting at 25, you're going to do one shot, one kill at a much better range. You're going to be, they call it a sniper, but it's going to act like a juggernaut mech in the end. You're going to blow shit up with that thing in significant amounts. Sure, you can make a King Crab 2C with, a pair of Ultra 20s or whatever, but you're going to run out of ammo so quickly that is it really worth it? This thing, I think, is more reliable in the long run.
Let's talk about its variants.
Take out an ER large laser and stuff in as many coolant pods as you can, so you actually can.
Well, that's what the Ill Clan era variant does. Is it?
If I remember right.
Unfortunately, it removes heat sinks to do it, but it does have like a couple of coolant pods on it.
4 coolant pods. 24 heat sinks rather than
what I did
26.
For my custom mech.
I
have a bunch of coolant pods and just alpha strike for as long as you can, and then after that, everything should be dead by that point.
You can rampage with this thing for 4 turns, not shut down, and if they're not dead in 4 turns of 6 ER large laser fires, that's a you problem.
You also have improved targeting long on those things.
It is a sniper.
In that case, I mean, it is rather fantastic. Are we saying that Battletech is Monopoly? In some cases, Battletech runs like Monopoly.
Hey, as an aside, there's some YouTube guy that does board game content. He used the Monopoly. He played Perfect Monopoly, showed how you do it. It's like 3 expansions within the past 20 years and the first expansion from like 1930 something that you have to print it out and cut it out on cardstock, and somehow it works. It's got super jail. It's got a cheat. It was ridiculous. I said, "Wow, dude, I'm so not playing that with my kids."
Supernova Mark II, paired ER large lasers, 4 ATM-9s. This is aggressive. This is quite aggressive. Oh, and you have a targeting computer on top of things. So your lasers are going to hit.
And it sounds good, but what if? Okay, what if? Hear me out. Okay, so 4 ATM-9s, right?
Mm-hmm.
2 ER large lasers tied to a targeting computer, right? But what if we made it 10 tons heavier, kept the 4 ATM-9s, we ditched the targeting computer, and we upgrade them to not 2, but 4 large pulse lasers?
I like where you're going, Tanky.
Oh, and we give it jump jets so it can fucking fly.
Well, no, the Supernova already has jump jets.
I just described one of the Stone Rhino variants, and I tried so hard to make this Supernova work because I wanted to run that Stone Rhino, but the Nova Cats don't get it, and I just couldn't make it fucking work.
Well, this is a Nova Cat. Like all these Supernovas after the Supernova base Supernova, the Mark 2, 3, 4, 5, they're technically all Nova Cat mechs, except maybe the 5 since it's past their death. Their bedtime. We'll go with bedtime. I mean, it's tough. It's got tons of armor. It's got, 4 ATM-9s is an issue, and if you have the money, you can make those IATM-9s, and things get very funny. Like, this is not a bad Supernova at all.
It just ran out of crits, really.
Well, that's the problem with the Supernova, and that's why that 3-5 movement bracket means that you have tons of heat sinks in your bracket, which is an issue.
I mean, it ran out of crits, and that's why they had to throw that stupid targeting computer on it.
Thank God for clan. I'm sorry, real quick, but thank God that clan ER large lasers are a 1 crit weapon.
So you can stick it in your head and have a surprise big gun.
You can stick a clan ER large laser anywhere you want. You can have a rear-facing clan ER large laser if you so choose.
You can have paired clan ER large lasers in your legs. You modify your Supernova to have have the lasers in the legs instead, and you surprise the people with that.
What if the Nova Cats had beef with the Fire Mandrels and did in fact do that? But here's the thing. The mech looks like it's walking on its hands just like an actual monkey. And the Nova Cats did Monkey Mech better than the Monkey Clan.
Mark III Supernova, 2 ER PPCs, 2 ER large, 2 medium pulse, and a targeting computer. You are going to run stupidly odd, but it works once again.
What's our movement profile?
353.
Okay.
I mean, it's 3,448 BV, so it's all the long-range weapons on that thing.
God, that's before we upgrade the pilot to 3-4 or something that can hit.
And then you have the silly Supernova Mark IV with 4 large pulse lasers, 2 heavy mediums, and 2 ER mediums, and a targeting computer. You can basically shoot your 4 large pulse lasers daily. That's a good start. I'm not sure no, it's because probably the crits, you're running out of crits once again. I'd almost remove the heavy mediums, stick 2 extra heat sinks in it. It might be better because with a 40, you'd be at +2 shooting your 4 large pulse lasers.
I think I would like to do that mod to it because if I've got 4 clan large pulse lasers, I cannot imagine a universe where I would think, hey, maybe firing these heavy medium lasers at a +1 is a good idea.
Exactly. I don't see any time those heavy medium lasers are going to be useful because you got 2 ER mediums as well in case of trouble.
I think
remove the heavy mediums and turn those 2 ER mediums into medium pulse to take out, troublesome light mechs. But then again, you got 4 large pulse. Why would you don't need the medium pulse. You already got a big gun for that.
I think what we're trying to do with those heavy medium lasers is we're trying to use 1 ton to get us up to original Supernova damage standard at point blank. So if we're at point blank range and we do fire the 4 large pulses and the 2 heavy mediums, we're putting out the 60 damage that the original Supernova does. We're just doing it under constrained spaces.
You're hitting with the large pulse lasers even better, and
we might still be hitting because even though does it still have improved targeting long, right?
Yes, it does.
Long means long range bracket. So even though the range bracket on a heavy medium is 369, right?
Yeah.
So between 6 and 9, we're technically at long range, but we're at short range on the large pulses. So it kind of works out a little bit.
I see your point. I'd rather have more heat sinks. Just stick 2 more heat sinks in.
We're using quirks to get there, though. Honestly, drop the medium pulses, give me heat sinks. Let's make that the compromise.
Yeah. I enjoyed the Supernova. Some people are saying it looks ugly. I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
I like the original version because it looked like a fighter plane.
Look, the Supernova does fall into fighter plane on legs if it's like one of the fighter planes from the Cars universe or a fighter plane from JJ the Jet plane.
I mean,
it's a fat, tubby cartoon fighter plane.
It kind of looks like an F-22 from the
an F-22 or an F-117. It's got that angular look.
A Hasegawa egg plane or a Ming World War II's egg plane.
Wait, that's bad.
Plane.
Okay, the CG art for it was not very good. Most CG mechs were
full screen that shit.
I mean, I still like it. I personally still like it.
It looks like a Battle Cobra.
Yes, it's a fat Battle Cobra.
Fat battle, yeah.
But I mean, the MWO model for it is quite reasonable. I like it. It's aggressive.
It looks more like an 18-wheeler cab on legs.
Here's where it's like it's 4 mechs put together, though. It's got Stormcrow legs. Looks like it's got a Viper for like a head section.
Yeah.
You know what? And the color palette they chose for it, Neil Blomkamp called. He says he wants to use this mech in District 9 Part 2.
No, that's their default colors for MechWarrior Online. Whenever they just show a mech, that's their default colors.
That was
white with a sepia wash.
Yeah.
Yes, the most supernovas outside of the basic supernova have targeting computers. It'll make the heavy medium lasers easier to hit, but it also makes your large pulse lasers easier to hit. So, like, I really don't see an advantage to those heavy medium lasers. I'm not the designer. I didn't pay for it. I'll do a catalog video on the supernova, and we'll make as crazy supernovas as we can. Like, let's try to go crazy.
With risk lasers.
Or a supernova only with ballistic weapons, just to be like, Keltec decided to make a supernova with a bunch of guns.
Supernova with nothing but mech tasers.
Nothing but improved heavy lasers.
Now that you mentioned targeting computers paired with pulse lasers, I gotta say, I've been accused. I've often heard that running the Firemoth Hotel is a crutch, and this mech is a crutch, and that's a crutch. Honestly, though, I think if you've got Clan large pulse lasers tied into a targeting computer, and it's not a cannon mech like the Supernova or the Warhawk Charlie, and that's your custom ride, fuck you, buddy. Go back to Warhammer. That's a
mean
crutch
thing to say,
system.
But no, that's
a crutch system right there. Because you're getting a -3 to hit. You're never going to worry about indirect firing. You don't worry about smoke or atmospheric effect. You don't worry about any of the other fun nuances of the game other than, at this point, you're just playing Math Tech, which is adjacent to Math Hammer. That's not fun. You can go home.
Supernova by Keltec is a wild idea. Don't tempt me. I'll make one from Dacia as well. And it'll be great news. The Dacia Sova is available. We can make one with 4 TS EMP cannons.
Why?
Yes.
Because I hate you.
You hate yourself, dude.
It's meant to disable everything.
If you play this mech, you're disabled.
That is
First of all, the sheer battle value cost of a single TSCMP cannon is insane. Now you want to put 4 of them on a mech? Make it risk repeating TSEM. Now we're talking.
See, Tanky agrees now.
Bringing along this custom mech just so that you can't bring along your custom mech, it just turns off. You don't get to play it anymore.
You're not playing.
You don't get to play.
If you've got the heat sinks to fire both of those TSEMP or risk TSEMP cannons every turn, then because they build up a lot of heat. I'm like, you're asking for clan heavy large laser penalties, tonnage, and crit space for a weapon that might shut you down.
Risk hyper lasers, risk point defense. Where is the risk TSEMP? Do I not Is it not in there?
Prototype, maybe?
Yes, MP.
There we go.
Well, that's the regular T-Simp.
Does it not have the risk one?
It might not have the risk one, or I might have to put like one of those really weird year for it.
So set
for it to show up.
Yeah, that's the thing I never really cared for about MechLab. With Solaris, I could just boom, 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 boom. There's all the stuff I need. With MechLab, it's like
with
really
3200.
finicky.
No, because there's tech that goes extinct. That's what causes the problem.
Allow extinct equipment.
Where do I set that?
It's under file.
Is the Hellstar a 90 tonner or is it a 95 tonner?
I think it's
options.
95 ton.
File options.
File options.
Configurations. Tech progression. Show extinct equipment.
There we go. Now things are gonna go all crazy. T-Simp repeating cannon. 600 BV each. Well, that sounds like fun. And the problem is the crit for
slots?
it is kind of high. 7.
We can make it work. 4.
We've got 4 of those. Let's take out some heat
1 in
sinks.
each arm, 1 in each torso.
Let's take out some heat sinks. And then we've got 10 tons left and 11 crits left.
You're putting us.
Let's see. And I've got half a ton left, so I'm going to stick a light active probe on, which is my... It's my go-to for a half ton.
Look, you can have an emotional support ER small laser all you want, but at the end of the day, having something that negates the woods between you and your target's pretty good too.
Especially when you've got 4 T-Simp repeating cannons. For a total battle value of 4,214.
For a mech that does exactly 0 damage. I want you to think about that now. That's base battle value without updating pilot or gunnery for a mech that does, I'm going to say it again, 0 damage when shooting.
Yes, but it can shut down 4 targets per turn at 50.
Or just keep one target continually shut down.
You are not waking up. Sleep.
Okay, I bring this to the 1v1. It does 0 damage. Yeah, but so are you.
No, it does 0 damage until you walk up next to the guy and you start kicking it.
Or stomp on
And
its
how much
head.
damage are you doing on a kick?
18.
You
stomp on the guy's head.
The only reason you're forcing a PSR is because it's a kick. That's not enough damage to force a PSR unless it's a kick.
He shuts down. He falls down.
And then you keep
stomp
kicking
on
him.
You keep kicking him while shooting your T-Simps at him. You stay down. I kick you.
This mech makes me want to drive my truck off of the bridge into Vicksburg and land in the Mississippi River.
We did it. We
There is
found
a
mech
B-52.
more evil.
There is a B-50. Papa Buff is flying over me right now.
What's the damage for a death row above?
18.
Oh
18
my
per.
God.
18 per.
Guys, I never realized how big a B-52 was until it flew over me just now. Jesus Christ, those things are huge.
Yes. They are.
They are a plane. They are a plane.
Prof, it's huge.
Yes, they are.
Yes. I lived on
I am
B-52 state bases in the U.S. So yes.
Would you? I mean, you shut the guy, you dead from above, then you start kicking. That's like it's a foolproof strategy. Well,
You said we were allowed one custom mech. Here's my custom mech, and then I am uninvited from every game ever.
Like the guy with his Warhawk with just medium pulse lasers targeting computers and full eat sinks, thinking he's all fancy. No, you're just not playing this game. We're not playing anymore.
You're not even winning initiative.
Like,
I still maintain, but I think that through it all, just because of the sheer threshold to make the T-Simp cannons work, I still think this is less busted than multiple clan large pulse laser slave to a targeting computer guy.
oh yeah, like this is not as bad. Okay, it's not I mean, a guy with a Warhawk with 4 large pulse lasers and targeting computer, you know the guy's a power gaming piece of shit. This here is what you bring to the guy who's a power gaming piece of shit, and you show him like, hello, this is my quad T-Simp supernova.
And they used to be at the Seattle base until they start falling out of the sky.
I am obviously passing through Shreveport, Louisiana right now. Don't forget that guy also says that Warhawk was salvaged by the Combine, and his super cool samurai warrior dropped a heat sink in the small laser to fit a C3 slave on there. So now his 4 large pulse lasers are at a -3, always shooting at short range from the other side of the map. Yeah, fuck you, guy. I was that guy, but it was in an RPG, so it was okay.
In an RPG, I mean, it's a mean thing to do, but I mean, if you're doing this at a Solaris night, I mean, bring this thing to a Solaris night. Like everybody is bringing their custom quirk, Mr. T-Simp. That's his name. It's Mr. T-Simp, and
only the best go north.
So funny enough,
and you put a
we
huge
just had
you just put a mustache on it and a sombrero on top.
Wait,
it's
is it the
Mr.
millennial
T-Simp.
finger Is it the millennial finger mustache tattoo?
No, it would have to be the huge Mexican mustache.
I got big enough hands.
We sleep. We both sleep. You go to sleep, I go to sleep. Yes, something like that.
Funny enough, the Huntsville group just did their annual Solaris match. You can bring up to 2 mechs as long as you're under 5,000 battle value after pilot and gunnery. People brought out some really weird stuff. I wish Romano was here to debrief us on it.
Ooh,
there was some silly stuff involved.
Good old Minot.
Fixing up B-52s. I mean, they're still gonna fly in Battletech, so it's okay.
Actually, the B-52 is replaced in the late 2100s. The Terran Alliance adopts the Torrent heavy bomber that the United States of North America's Air Force was using, and the Capellans are still flying it in the Ill-Clan era.
So they replaced the B-52 with a B-52.
But this B-52 has Stovall capability.
Yeah,
yes.
Why not? Reason's the reason. Only the best come north.
There are many weird things at 90 tons that we haven't talked about yet, including the Alpha Wolf, because our friends in Clan Wolf likes their stealth armor mechs.
The Alpha Wolf. You're 90 tons, you have stealth armor, you have a supercharger, you have 2 crack 5s, and you have 2 streak LRM somethings. Whoop-dee-fucking do. Oh, you're an Alpha Giga Chad mech, aren't you? Woo.
Well, at least it's not large pulse lasers.
How original. Oh, but the Star Colonel, Hoopty Goop, Karinsky, that's his custom Alpha Wolf.
Well, I mean, it's an only mech. You can do whatever you want with it. But with stealth armor, I wouldn't start running large pulse lasers. That probably would not end well for anyone.
It's the B variant.
You're going to look at stealth armor on a clan mech and think, oh, wow, my superior clan double heat sinks will carry the day. They will not. Because the first time you use it, you're going to forget about that 10 heat from the stealth armor, and you're going to cook yourself. And then you get to learn about Battletech ammo explosions rules so that we don't have to.
Wait, the B variant makes it work.
Yeah, really?
16 double heat sinks, yep. 2 large pulse lasers.
But I mean, that's why it has crack 5s and LRM-15s on the base model.
16 double heat sinks, so that's 32 heat, 10 for the stealth, 20 for the 2 large pulses. That's cheesy.
And a Gauss rifle.
It's perfectly balanced.
Denki's a bit salty. Just a bit.
He just wants to run that 4T sim cannon car mech.
I'm trying not to be salty, man. I mean, it's okay to have cheesy and perfectly balanced mechs in canon, because you need cheesy, perfectly balanced mechs in canon to balance out utter dog shit, like the Wolfen or the Thresher 2. But there's only so much of it, you know.
I'm okay with the Alpha Wolf Prime, Crack 5s, LRM 15s. Even with the armor turned on, yes, you're a little bit over on 8, but not terrible. And it's not that cheesy. I mean, it's just Crack 5s and LRM 15s. It's nothing entirely fantastic. Yes, it's decently fast at 4.6, but I'm not sure this thing is broken. I think it's just,
if you stand still with the Alpha Wolf A, you don't overheat.
There you go. I'm going to take my drop ship, and I'm going to get on a jump ship, and I'm going to go into my own pockets for this trip. I am going back to the homeworlds, and I'm going to tell them that not only has Clan Wolf taken Terra and established themselves the Ill Clan, and cucked the Falcons into being their special forces, but also the Smoke Jaguars are back somehow. Also, Clan Wolf is using Inner Sphere weapons to do it. And I'm going to be the reason for Clan Invasion 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Showing up just to tell the clans, nah, you need to hear this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bruv. You need to hear this.
No they made cap. The Ghost Bears have a civil war.
Well, the Ghost Bears are all Inner Spheres. They're all spheroid now. I mean, they let people actually have families and shit. I mean,
dude, I'm telling the whatever Space Snake clan is in charge, I'm telling them everything.
This would result in IATMs and Nova being reintroduced, so be careful with that.
As opposed to Clan Omnimex with stealth armor, superchargers, and Inner Sphere, and they're putting plasma rifles on their shit, man.
There would be. Fuck. But I mean, you never know what's going to happen when you get there. I mean, Cloud Cobra might be in charge, and you get there, and the guy that's in charge wears a full face mask that's reflective, and there's another dude that is like made out of jeans of Genghis Khan and shit, and you're like, wait, am I in G.I. Joe now? And you're like, well, things have gotten worse, you know.
I mean, that's why it's going to be my retirement trip, because odds are it's going to end with me getting shot in the face, lest I come back to the Inner Sphere and be like, yeah, I just narked on all you little bitches. The clans are coming back. They have Ostions.
Jesus.
They have Ostion
which is not
Mark
a 90-tonner. Which is a 90-tonner.
There's much more of 90-tonner.
So while we're on the topic of Star Adder, there is, of course, the best 90-tonner.
Yeah, we'll wait for Crab to be here to talk about that one. It's
another time. We'll gush about it.
Yeah.
It's Ismech.
But what is that mech?
The Blood Asp.
Oh, I thought it was a 95-tonner. My bad.
Nope, no,
let's wait for Crab.
It's a Kingfisher on steroid. That's what it is. And yeah, this thing is downright nasty. Because Twin Gauss is always very balanced and fair. Well.
Kingfishers are silly mechs.
They are remarkably good as well.
It's not every day you find a Omni mech that qualifies as a zombie mech, but there's the Kingfisher.
It's not fantastic, but it's enough. That's the best way to describe a Kingfisher. It's what if the Cyclops was good in a way. So,
you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was an attempt to make an Omni or a 2C Cyclops that just evolved into being a full-blown Omni.
I mean, it got the same engine.
Because I see the vision. I see it. It's there.
All right, we will end on a vision. Like any good Nova Cat, you have visions.
Yeah, help me get a vision for winning lottery ticket numbers.
That'd be nice. I'd take
we can buy Battletech.
There we go. We buy Battletech off CGL for like 3 million. No, it's worth more than that. Because
15 million to Fanatics, and I think we would have it.
Probably. All right. I thank everybody for watching. Tomorrow we've got a video on the Sun Spider. Yeah, I'm doing a MechWarrior online mech because I like the Sun Spider. It's fancy. And I used fancy AI to make me a fancy thumbnail. It's just a little bit better than the one I made, which is more than I would want. And well, I thank everybody for watching, and we will see you tomorrow on that. And I'm going to be messing with more Victors. If you guys have any Victors that you want to share them in the Discord, and I'll probably use them in the upcoming video. Yeah, I know the Victor's also not a super popular mech, unfortunately. So see you guys later. Bye-bye.
What mech did I say that was the Victor's replacement?
There's a few. All right. See you guys later.
Be easy, y'all.